Good morning, everybody. Hey, Matthew.
Hey, Tifa. Good morning.
Yeah. Well, we're going to answer another one of the questions that we've had come in, and this one has come in multiple times, and it comes up episodically. And it is Matthew. Do you want to go ahead and give us the question? Like, what's the question here?
Yeah. If you're supporting somebody and they want to drink alcohol, so someone you're
Mhm.
supporting, looking at someone who could be living with brain change,
Right.
what should we do when they want to drink alcohol, knowing what it does?
Okay, so well, let's first just recognize what it potentially does. Okay, so there was an article, and so I did go find some articles because I didn't just want this to be Tipa's opinion. Is it's like no, no. I actually do go and check this stuff out, so it's not just opinion based. There's some evidence to back it up. So what we know happens in the human brain when we consume alcohol is that it sort of damps down some pathways or inhibits some pathways of action in the brain and excites other pathways in the brain. And alcohol is somewhat unique. It's sort of like a drug or a chemical that what it does is it excites, but it also suppresses. So it has a dual action. And so, because it is a lot of glucose, okay, it's basically glucose, it gives you a rush. So that's where some of the woo comes from. But it goes more to the primitive brain area. And what it does, it tends to do is tone down or tone deaf the prefrontal cortex, which is that executive part of your brain where you are very aware of your options. You are also very tuned in to those around you and the potential impact of what you're doing. You're thinking about consequences. You're able to look at yourself and accurately identify, how competent, skillful am I here, or could I be having some issues or challenges in this area? Can I make choices and decisions that are consistent with my values, or am I logical, am I reasonable, um, and can I sequence through things accurately and know when I'm done and move on, or could I be having trouble getting started, finishing, accurately doing things? So what I will have turned up and turned on is my sense of potentially of pleasure or of absence of pain. So in many ways, alcohol is a pain reliever. It's a discomfort reliever. So, what's one reason many people choose to take in alcohol, Matthew? What's the reason behind that when they're going to go do something that's uncomfortable or even painful? What might they do?
To numb that pain that would stop them from doing the stuff they would want to do.
Right. And so you take away that negative. And so social alcohol consumption is really pretty common. Now, what that means is, oh, there's lots of opportunities to look at other more positive coping strategies, one might call them, that don't suppress that prefrontal cortex, but allow you to feel some of that same kind of rush that you might feel to feel more comfortable and confident in that situation. So when we talk about somebody living with brain change, it doesn't surprise me that many people, when they're feeling stressed, might very well want to have a drink. Or if it's a time and a rhythm that I'm used to, I'm really used to that, then I want to engage in that. And then the third issue is that because it numbs some things, it also tends to impact your hippocampal area. And there was a study, and I have it cited, when they studied mice who consumed even just moderate amounts of alcohol, which is like 2 drinks for a male or 1 drink for a female on a regular basis. When you do that, you lay down more beta amyloid plaque if you're a mouse. Now, I don't, we haven't done the study on the humans to make sure that's true, but when you do it as a mouse, you get more beta amyloid plaque. Now, what they didn't do in this study is find out, did it affect indeed some of the mouse's capacity for function? What they did is establish the beta amyloid connection. And as many of us are aware, beta amyloid and brain function don't match up 100% of the time. They're related, but they do not match up 100% of the time. So my recommendation, if it were me, is see what you can do to substitute. Now notice I did not say no drinking. I don't believe in that sort of like trying to control another human being's, because what tends to happen is, guess where that distress is going to place itself and the pain is going to center. Who's causing the pain? Who's causing the distress? Is it the social situation, or is it
What did you do with my, hey, where did you take my beer? You stole it again.
you've already had to, Matthew. You've
No,
had
I did not. I haven't
You
had.
did too. I mean, ask the
told
bartender. Let's
me.
ask the bartender how many you had.
No.
Now,
You, I
what's
know
changed for me?
you told
What
me.
happened for me as Matthew drank? My discomfort and pain went up. And so, as a partner, this is where it gets really tricky. And this idea of how do I do this? Well, it takes awareness, knowledge, and skill. And we can't get there in the 5 minutes we have this morning. What I'd say is, oh, hey, Matthew,
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, I
listen.
mean,
Oh,
what?
you're getting ready for, could you do me a big favor before you do that? I could use your help for just a couple minutes here. I forgot something. I need you to walk me to the car. I don't feel comfortable walking to the car by myself. It's dark out, and I just don't want to walk to the car by myself.
I mean, okay, come on, hurry up. Let's get it. Let's get it.
All right. So when we get to the car, he's like, oh, you know what? Oh, shoot. Okay, let me think about this. What time is it? Oh my gosh, I had no idea. Oh my God, I got to pick up something at the store. I mean, I hate this. Could we go ahead and go to it's just right down. Okay, so those of you who are listening, you'll notice that I'm doing baby step away, and it may not work. I'm not saying it's going to work. Who has to practice to get better?
All of us.
Yeah, everyone.
Yes.
Because the reality is this is not an easy fix.
No.
And I'm not going to say don't do it. I'm going to say, let's think about your pipes and your 5 Ps. How did we get to where we were doing the drinking in the first place? How did we set up the environment? So this is an opportunity. If you are in this situation. Oh, I also put in the chat one other article, and that article is about alcohol-related dementias. Because there are people who develop a dementia, we think, secondary to their alcohol consumption. It has to do with blood circulation to the brain and what happens over a lifetime. So if you want to learn more, Champion course tomorrow afternoon, 1+2. And then you can actually get 3+4 too. Is that right, Matthew? Do I have that situated?
So this.
Oh, I've got it wrong, don't I? I have it reversed.
3+4 this week. So we have Champion 3 and then 4 both on
Tuesday and Wednesday. That's right. We did 1 and 2 last week. See, this is what happens when something's new and you're getting used to something new. Ooh, if you want to talk them more, though, come and think about asking a question on our evening program, which is going to be Curious Conversations about Brain Change. It's going to be a different format than we've done before, but it will be available on all platforms. And it's going to be a 20-minute, 20-minute, 20-minute format. It'll be Ask Teepa Anything for about 20 minutes. It'll be reflections from a person or people living with dementia. They're, from my perspective, in the second 20 minutes. And then the last 20 minutes will be the creative problem solving that we go into when we have a curious conversation about a situation. And so this week, we're going to be focusing a little bit on things like kinds of therapies that might be supportive for people who are living with brain change. And so it might be animal therapy, might be people therapy, including babies and baby dolls or children and baby dolls. And it might be plants, and it might be, so we're going to talk a little bit in this segment about pros, cons, plus, minus, opinions of people living with and opinions of, and then we're going to talk about why does it matter. Till next time, take care with your care, and I'll see you on Wednesday morning for another answer to a question, hopefully. Matthew, have a great week. Everybody out there, take care with your care and take care of yourselves.
Thanks. Bye, everybody.